So this is my question to you. What advice do you have for me as I move into adulthood in order to become a more informed and involved citizen?
Well, first of all, thank you for being here. And I have hope thanks to people like you. How old are you again?
13.
13. So here's a couple things I want to encourage you to do. Learn something new every single day. And focus on what it means to be a good person and a person of strong character. And especially when you get into the world of trying to be around social approval and kind of everything around you. Courage is what's missing in our country. We have a courage crisis right now. Moral courage is the most necessary yet absent characteristic in men, George S. Patton. Aristotle said that courage is the ultimate virtue. Without it, there are no other virtues. Think about that. If people aren't courageous, you don't have honesty. You don't have justice. You don't have anything else you don't have beauty. You don't have wonder. If people don't have courage to act. And so at age 13, I want you to commit yourself to a life of courage. Courage is doing the right thing when you don't know how it's going to work out. Courage is committing yourself to the correct course of action, regardless of the cost associated to it. And I'm given hope by the amount of young homeschooling children that are rising up in our country. Now, let me tell you this. People say, Charlie, what does success look like? New York Times headline in 2050. America's sudden, shocking, and inexplicable right turn can be traced back to homeschooling explosion during COVID-19. That's what success looks like, everybody.
Blessed are those who are persecuted. And so, look, being persecuted is a blessing. I think Pastor might agree with this. If you aren't currently being condemned, death threats, being trying to run out of town, you're not fighting hard enough. I mean that. I mean, look, you got to be boundary pushing. You have to be trying to, you can tell a lot of a man based on the enemies that you earn. So just look, in James 1, it talks all about the blessed persecution. Jesus talked about it as well. And so just take heart in the Lord, and it'll make you a stronger believer in Christian. The question is, will Christian men commit to what really matters, to the divine, to the beautiful, to the good, with courage and with purpose? The next time that you are confronted with saying the hard thing and the honest thing, and you know it comes at a price to your flesh or yourself, you say the true thing. The next time you see somebody who is suffering or is being treated unjustly and you can intervene, you do something about it. You stand up to the bully, you put your own neck on there, and you choose what is right over what is comfortable. The most masculine people that I know are the ones that go into places where they are not welcome, they were not invited, that they will be booed off stage, and they still proclaim the truth. That's what it means to be a man. They know that if men and Christian men start to recommit to the truths and the promises of the Bible, that this country can and will be saved. I hope we'll do it. God bless you guys. Thanks so much. Stop being a boy and become a man. You want to learn what that means? Come to church and I'll tell you what it means to become a man. Because we have the greatest story ever told of what it means to be a biblical man. We can tell you exactly what that means. And we're not going to sugarcoat it or sanitize it, because properly understood, the Bible is not a playtime book. The Bible is one that teaches us at every moment of our life, in the chapter that we are in, with the struggle that we are currently encountering. Every human being, I believe, is made in the image of the divine, is sacred, is unique. And if we get away from this principle as we have, we not only have moral degradation, we not only have the collapsing society around us, but it's bad for that being itself. That being itself is unique. That being has rights. And who are we to say, just because we're older, that we get to murder it? You are commanded to go do something productive with your life. Wow. That you are not commanded to go sit idly by and just receive. You are commanded to go give and to produce and to risk and to then go sow into other people. That is a biblical idea that has made the world a profoundly better place. I personally do not drink alcohol. If you want to drink alcohol, that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you want to be a high performer, Donald Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Tucker Carlson doesn't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. It will set you back. Mornings will be a little bit more sluggish. You'll forget stuff. Nothing good happens after midnight while both parties are drunk. So if you want to have a life of ease, go keep drinking. But if you want to go do heroic and great stuff, maybe it's time for you to battle your flesh and not just always get drunk every single night and say, you know what? No, instead of drinking alcohol, I'm going to go to the gym. Instead of drinking alcohol, I'm going to hang out with friends and talk about deeper and more purposeful things. I'm going to go to a Bible study instead of a bar. It takes no skill and no talent and no self-restraint whatsoever just to follow your flesh. An animal can do that. A dog can do that. You know what mature people do? Mature people say no to what feels good and they pursue what is good. And far too often on college campuses, we have these grown boys, and I'm talking to a lot of you in this audience, and it's time for you guys to up your game. It's time for you guys to stop doing just what feels good all the time. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go get, blackout drunk till 2 a.m. and hook up with some stranger. No. If you wanna stay in the lower standard, a miserable cycle of debt and suffering and depression, lack of community, go do that. Instead, on a Saturday night, say, you know what? I'm gonna hang out with some friends that are not gonna drink, are not gonna, engage with this stuff. And then maybe on Sunday morning, I'm gonna go to church or I'm gonna go to mass and then I'm gonna go work out and then I'm gonna study. Who will be happier? You know I'm right. Who will be happier come 12 high noon on Sunday? The person that went crazy full of regrets, the person that went out late at night, trying to find the next 10-second orgasm, or the person that went to go after something holy or went after something divine? You need to be consuming information, content, and community. Information, content, and community around you that lifts you up, does not tear you down. You are an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. List those people. Who are the friends around you? Are they lifting you up? Or are they just talking about just quick, easy gratification? Because guess what? The fun will end at one time. Eventually, you're gonna get out of college and the graduation ceremony will be underway and you're handed that useless diploma and you're then gonna have to enter the world. And all of a sudden, if you're like 20 pounds more overweight, but you have a lot of good memories with the buddies because you guys got a lot really drunk, great, terrific, okay? The world is brutal right now. It's tough. Things are expensive. It's hard to find wives. It's hard to build children. It's hard to raise children, I should say. Hard to build families. Well, what you aim at is what you get. The first thing is you got to read the Bible every day. And then finally, if you want to get closer to God, stop doing sinful things. I always laugh. People say, well, I'm not close to God. Yeah, I was up till 3 a.m. drinking and, I've been doing weed all day long and watching pornography and eating whatever I want to eat. The flesh dulls the spirit from getting closer to the Almighty. If it makes you feel good in an instant, it's probably bad for you. And a man versus a boy is someone who is able to say no for the things that feel good but aren't good for you over long periods of time. A man versus a boy is someone who's able to have delayed gratification, not go out drinking every night, treat women with honor and respect. Success comes at a certain cost. If you guys want to be average, then you guys can go be the chief executive officer for your local Bud Light Club or whatever, right? Instead, if you want to be excellent at something, it means saying no to the flesh, saying no to the things that make you feel good all the time. And our society is highly addicted to pornography, highly addicted to substances, and we wonder why we have the most depressed, anxious, alcohol-addicted generation in history. A lot of these reasons are because of that. So what it means to be a man are a lot of those things, and also standing up against injustice. The most masculine thing you can do is stand up against the injustice and the suffering of others. And then finally, we as men are not called to go sleep with like 100 different women. That's BS. Find one woman for your life as a wife, take her as your wife, and have a family with that person. Monogamy takes effort. There is no skill in being a polyamorous polygamist. In fact, you'll end up being a very miserable person if that's the case. To all the Gen Zers watching this convention on TikTok right now, I have a message just for you. You don't have to stay poor. You don't have to accept being worse off than your parents. You don't have to feel aimless and unhappy. You don't have to support leaders who lied to you and took advantage of you for your vote. America's future is a series of choices. Our current state of slow motion national decline is a choice.
If you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.